Whatever you do, don't move to New Smyrna Beach if you can't handle these 5 things in the retirement stage of your life. In today's video, we're going to be going over the top 5 reasons not to retire to New Smyrna Beach based off of what we hear from retirees that we have helped move here locally to New Smyrna. So if you're considering moving to New Smyrna Beach from Orlando, or even more importantly from out of the area, make sure you watch this video because we're going to go over things that you may not have even really thought of yet. And we want to make sure that you get the best Florida experience possible. Okay, so starting out with number 1 is paradise is not always what you expect it to be. And what I mean by that is I know you've been praying for summertime and the heat, and you never want to shovel another snowy driveway ever again. But the heat is the real deal. It does suck all the fun really out of being in Florida at some times. Our heat index in New Smyrna Beach regularly goes above 100 degrees. And the heat really starts in June and doesn't let up until early to mid-September. As of filming this, it's August 28, 2025. It's the morning time. It's already humid, hot, and sticky. And it pretty much stays that way until the evening time, until it kind of cools off a little bit, but not that much. So what we see, what we hear from a lot of retirees, especially coming from up north, is you'll find yourself swapping your seasons. So when you are indoors during the wintertime, we are outdoors enjoying the mild winters. And on the flop, when it's summertime, we are inside praying for cooler weather while you guys are outside enjoying the cooler summers up north. Although I have heard this year it's been hot pretty much across the entire nation. So let me know what your thoughts are on there. What you also see is you'll find yourself kind of getting in a different rhythm, making sure you get up early or going out a little bit later to do your morning or evening walks. Not a lot of midday activities going on around here unless you are a intrepid beachgoer or just in love with the water, trying to find yourself in a pool or a river or some sort of body of water there. Sunburns, heat exhaustion, dehydration. We see a huge spike in our ER visits locally during the summertime because people just don't really take the heat seriously. They don't know what the symptoms of dehydration really are until it's too late. So if you are here, make sure you stay hydrated. Make sure that you do really consider what the heat is going to do for you, especially if you have medical issues. And really keep in mind that if you spend a little bit of time in Florida, like a week or 2, or maybe even a month for vacation, the heat is not going to be the same as if you were here full time. So it is relentless. It gets hot, it stays hot, and it feels like it's never going to go away. So really consider that. If you're not 100% committed, I would definitely recommend just trying to come here seasonally, 1 to 3 months, and then maybe kind of just continue to grow into that and making Florida a full-time thing. But if you're not fully committed and you're not sure what the heat situation is really going to be like for you, this is your fair warning here. It's going to get hot, and it's probably going to suck for your first full season here. Is this what we're hearing from most retirees? And then after that, it does kind of get a little better. You get used to it. And then you just find your rhythm of staying indoors. With that though, your energy bill does go up significantly because you're running your AC more to keep the house cooler. Again, on the flip side of that, during the wintertime, your energy bill does typically go down a little bit because you're not running the heat really or the AC as well. So I guess it all just kind of balances out over the course of the year. But my number 1 thing is just be careful what you ask for. The heat, paradise does get hot. So just keep that in mind. Before we move on to number 2, if this is your first time in the channel, my name is Chris. Myself and business partner Tim Loomis have been helping locals and out-of-towners alike for over a decade buy, sell, invest in the Volusia, Seminole, and Orange County area. If there's anything we can do to help you out at all, please let us know. We are happy to help. And let's move on to number 2. All right, so we know about the heat now. That's reason number 1. With the heat brings our reason number 2, and that is going to be the attraction of peak season, high tourism, and a lot of events going on. So this is our second reason of not retiring to New Smyrna Beach. If you are looking for a town to retire to that is laid back year-round, you have a consistency year-round of what to expect, then New Smyrna Beach probably isn't the town for you. Our peak season really starts in March to April. That's the kickoff for spring break and goes until about Labor Day. And can trickle a little bit after Labor Day as well, but typically we kind of go back into just the normal locals after that. I will also say we tend to see the peak season get longer as race week and bike week are starting to kind of come in and encroach into New Smyrna from the Daytona area. And race week starts in February, and then that's going to be bike week in late February, early March, and then spring break. So we are starting to see our peak season stretch out and get a little bit longer on the front end as well. Again, if you're looking to just really come back and have a consistent laid back lifestyle, I would recommend probably finding another smaller town to move to. With the flip side of that though, you do have a lot of events. So if you are looking to have a variety of activities going on, then this could be a great option for you. So there's going to be a ton of different music concerts. You're going to have different festivals, art shows, fairs, the whole thing. And it seems like there is something completely new and random every week and every weekend to take advantage of. So that's a strong positive if you are okay with being in the mix a little bit more high energy. Again, with all the people being in town and being a year-round local, it can be a little frustrating when you want to go into your favorite restaurant and not make a reservation, just kind of go in there and you show up and it's an hour-long wait. So these are some of the things that you'll have to deal with. You, again, will kind of find a little bit more of a rhythm of finding out what restaurants that you can go to on what days, and just really kind of planning for the tourists, making sure that you make a reservation and knowing what areas to go to and avoid based on what's happening in the area. So we do hear a lot of people that come into New Smyrna that aren't familiar with it at all. They are really kind of shocked at how spiky and seasonal we get with different events. New Smyrna is a smaller town, so parking is a big challenge, and it can really get jammed up pretty quick. So I think we do feel and see some frustration from people that are coming here with no previous experience and not really knowing what to expect and just thinking it's going to be easy, laid back the entire time. It's not the case. We do have a lot of stuff going on, especially if you're trying to enjoy the beachside lifestyle. There's only 2 bridges that make it over to the barrier island to the beachside, and there's a lot of stuff that's going on. So just keep that in mind. If you're okay with that and you're okay with kind of navigating the tourists, then this shouldn't really bother you at all. But if you are wanting to just do away with everybody, then I would probably recommend another town for you. Okay, so I haven't scared you off yet. You're okay with the heat. You're okay with the high season and tourists. Let's talk about the strategic location of really where we're at. So New Smyrna Beach, we're 20 minutes south of Daytona Beach, Florida. We're about an hour-ish so east of Orlando. And when you come to New Smyrna Beach, if you're looking for a city or town that has a uniform, consistent feel as far as neighborhoods and the township itself goes across the board, New Smyrna doesn't really have that. We're a very artsy community. We've got a lot of different stuff going on. The community has been growing and developing. It feels like it's really kind of exploded after this last couple years. But there are so many different segmentations of New Smyrna. You've got the beachside area. You've got the area where I'm at right now in between US 1, which is the highway, Intracoastal Waterway. You have out in Samsula, which is going to be out like in the woods, and you got a little bit of country and property. So a lot of different areas going on. We are starting to get more HOA communities, but we still have a great deal of neighborhoods that have no HOA influence at all. So if you are unsure of the neighborhood that you really should be in New Smyrna Beach, we've done a video on that. You can click up there and watch where we rank the best and the worst neighborhoods in New Smyrna. But overall, where you live is going to have a strong influence of your overall feel, lifestyle, and experience in New Smyrna Beach. So that is just really a crucial thing that you make sure that you get right. So when you are looking to make the move here, please reach out to us. We will help you as long as it takes to make sure that you've got the right home that's going to be a good fit for you for 5 to 10 years down the road, and not just something to get you in right now, to get you in New Smyrna. That's one of the things we see a lot is people that come in, they pick a spot, and then a year later they're unhappy. We don't want that for you. So really make sure that you are spending the time and you're using a local professional to make sure that you get the right neighborhood for you, because it can make or break your experience being here and make you want to move back home or somewhere else if you're not in the right neighborhood of, basically setting the right expectations of what you and your lifestyle are wanting to be in this retirement stage of your life. So with all the different neighborhoods and areas that you can choose to live in New Smyrna Beach because of how geographically big we are as a city has its blessings and its curses. So what I mean by that is if you choose to live the beach style lifestyle, you hop in your golf cart, you hit all the restaurants and bars and the beaches, and that is a beautiful pro. The con is there's 2 entrances and exits only. Both of them have to go over and back over a bridge to get back onto the mainland, which doesn't sound that bad during non-seasonal times in New Smyrna. But if it's a holiday or peak season times, this could tack on a massive amount of time to your day. And beachside does get incredibly gridlocked and parking sucks. So that's all your cons of living on beachside. If you are choosing to live out in the New Smyrna Beach airport area where there's a golf course nearby, that's great, it's beautiful, but then you've got airport noise. So I say this because we really want to make sure that you guys are understanding where you are choosing to live, and we want to make sure that you get the right house. There really is no such thing as the perfect house or the most 100% perfect location, because I'm sure we'll all find a little something wrong with it here and there. But we want to make sure that it's, 90% right for you, and you are aware of the airport, the train tracks, the traffic jams, whatever else that could be causing future issues for you. I know right now out in the Sugar Mill area, there's a lot of new development going on, new traffic patterns being created and things like that. So a lot of just construction and road work in general happening. So, just things to be aware of that will all go away eventually, and it will all be beautiful and nice and better infrastructure. But for the time being, if you're just looking to get away from all that stuff, like that may not be a great area for you. And you really wouldn't know that unless you were using a local professional. So I always say, trust your local river guide. We're here to help however we can. But let's move on to the next one. So number 4 is going to be healthcare. I feel like this is an incredibly important topic to discuss, especially if you're in a retirement stage of your life and just making sure that you are staying in the tippy-toppy most health condition that you possibly can be in. And that is, making sure you are being as preventative as you can with your health, and just obviously maintaining any health issues that you already may have. So I say all this because if you're coming from a more of a metropolitan area with a abundance of healthcare options and medical centers around, this could be a shock to you moving to New Smyrna with not as many healthcare options. So I very strongly consider you to really look at what your health is now, what your future needs say you may be, or what you may need with your healthcare, and kind of plan accordingly. And that comes back to our previous topic, which was just strategic location. So, we are located in a great spot. You can get to a lot of great medical facilities and healthcare close by. But if you're looking to have something in a few minute drive, New Smyrna Beach may not be it for you, depending on how serious your healthcare issues may be. With that being said, we do have a fantastic Advent Health Hospital here right in the downtown New Smyrna Beach area. And there are in the near future plans for a brand new Advent Hospital to be built by Interstate 95 in New Smyrna Beach. So we're really excited for that. Since Advent Health has come to New Smyrna Beach, they've completely transformed our local hospital. They've got a Leapfrog A score. So a lot of good things happening. They've been recruiting a lot of great doctors. Their orthopedic program is absolutely stellar. So a lot of good things going on. I will say there are some things that are lacking. So if that's a concern for you, reach out to us. We'll get you in touch with the right medical professionals and let you know if it's something that is doable, if it's something that is done here. We just want to make sure, though, that you are set up for success if you have serious medical stuff going on, because we aren't a big metropolitan area with state-of-the-art doctors a stone's throw away. Overall, though, I just think that's something that is important for you to really consider wherever you're planning on retiring, to make sure that there is good medical services nearby. So if you're planning on going out to be a mountain man and living in the mountains, just be aware, hey, how long is an ambulance going to take to get you to the hospital? So with us right now, Advent is in the downtown area. Medical services happen pretty quick in emergency situations. So this is just more long-term healthcare for you to be thinking about. So strong consideration on that point. Going to move on to number 5, which kind of ties into that a little bit as far as options go. And the 5th and last reason on not retiring in New Smyrna Beach is really our lack of amenities. What I mean by that is, obviously we've got things to do here in the area, but we are certainly not the entertainment mecca of the world with all sorts of different things to do. We are a heavily influenced boating, fishing, water community. So if you're not doing things like that, you're going to start to find yourself a little bit sparse on the activities. Obviously, we're huge in pickleball as well. So we do have all that stuff. But, you know, if you're looking for a different venue to go to every night, and you're looking for super high-end restaurants to go to every night, and you need a super high-end spa, and you need a Trader Joe's, and all the other, you need like a Pottery Barn or an anthropology store to go to, things like that. We just don't have that. We've got your essentials, we've got Amazon, and we've got beautiful sunrises and sunsets. So if you are looking to really have that kind of city lifestyle and have something on every corner, New Smyrna is not going to be for you. We do have 2 Starbucks, so that's you know, I think that's a plus for you coffee drinkers out there. More importantly, we've got some really great local coffee shops, mom and pops, island roasters. Definitely check them out on North Causeway. So we've got a lot of that feel going on. We've got the small town community, local restaurants, absolutely fantastic restaurants. We've got a few restaurants that you can get dressed really nice and go to, but super high end that you may be used to in bigger city areas like Miami, Fort Lauderdale, Manhattan. We don't have that here. So just really take that in consideration if you're looking to live that sort of retirement lifestyle where you have these, I guess, big plate or buffet of choices to choose from every day on all sorts of restaurants and areas to go to. New Smyrna, we've got the river, we've got the beach, and we've got our great handful of restaurants. But outside of that, like myself, I see we kind of get on the same restaurant rotation, and you just kind of find your groove or your rhythm with that. So I will say that's something else that we hear a lot though, and that's why I bring it up is the amenities. People, they move here from visiting once or twice and they think it's a cute little fun town. And then the reality sits in when they go get in their car to go drive to, you know, somewhere, and that somewhere isn't here and it's an hour away. They've got to go to Orlando to go to the store that they're used to shopping to or things like that. So just make sure that you are kind of checking that area out. Google Maps is fantastic. Reach out to us. We'll let you know. We can give you a full list of amenities and things to do and facilities and things like that. But overall, if you are looking to have a little bit more high impact, high society lifestyle, New Smyrna, not for you. Looking to come, be in a laid back spot with great people, fun things to do, and just kind of downshift your lifestyle a little bit and be around friendly, happy people in a beautiful spot, I would definitely say New Smyrna is for you. With that being said, if you are intrigued by New Smyrna, what it has to offer, some of its challenges, let us know, because all these drawbacks that we mentioned today could be the perfect fit for you or someone else. So lots of affordability in New Smyrna Beach, lots of expensiveness in New Smyrna Beach as well. You've got properties that are ranging in the $250 price range all the way up to the $6 million price range. So there is something for everybody, and we're here to help make sure that you get the perfect spot for yourself. So let us know, reach out to us. All of our contact information is in the description below. Call, text, email, we do pick up. We will call you back. We appreciate you and look forward to seeing you in next week's video.